Political parties and independent candidates are out and about trying to woo potential voters. The African Transformation Movement is on the campaign trail in Cape Town. Local government elections are taking place, on the 1st of November. And eNCA's Nobesuthu Hejana is following one of those stories for us and joins us this evening. Nobesuthu, you are following, obviously, with the African Transformation Movement, the ATM trying to win potential voters ahead of November 1st. First of all, what have been some of the highlights for you on their campaign trail?
Certainly, Faith. So the ATM is contesting for the upcoming local government elections for the first time. They have one seat in the National Assembly, and party leader Mr. Nobesuthu said, although they don't have a track record on where or how people can judge their work or what the party stands for, he does believe that he brings a different leadership, especially when it comes to service delivery in Cape Town. He visited a number of areas. He started in Dunoon and Joe Slovo, and in those communities, residents, they want basic services such as water, electricity, roads and houses, and those are the communities where a lot of people have built on illegal land. But when asked about such things, he did say that although he understands the city bylaws, but whenever the city decides to remove those structures, they should place those people in areas where they have those basic services. But some of the things that were highlighted by the people are that they have these parties campaigning in their areas. They promise whatever services that they say they will deliver, but after elections, no one says anything until election season is back. We see many parties going back to those communities and promising those people that they will change their lives, but they won't.
Yeah, I mean, on the other side of it, obviously, is that issue around how exactly will they be able to get some of those municipalities. Just in terms of their strategy, as well as their ambitions towards these municipalities, has that been clearly articulated? And more importantly, are potential voters buying into it?
Well, when we spoke to some residents there in Dunoon, they were saying that because it's the first time a political party visiting that particular area, so they trust them because they present themselves as people who believe in God, so they don't believe that they will be lied to by people who have those beliefs. But the ATM in the province, it plans to contest in 4 municipalities, and in Cape Town it's looking at 60 wards, and they're saying that they're quite sure that they will make an impact, even though this is the first time they're going into these areas.
Yeah. In terms of just coalition, are they looking at having some kind of coalition, and who would they like to see as their partners, should indeed they not have that outright win?
So at the moment, they're not looking into forming any coalition, but they were saying that the reason why other parties are failing to deliver to the people is that they have these ward councillors that are appointed to service a certain area or a ward that they don't even stay in. So what makes them different, or what sets them apart from other political parties, is that they will have their own candidates who are staying in those communities, who understands the frustrations of those people. So this is how they're planning to win, and they're not hoping to work with other parties at this moment.
Certainly is an interesting time there. Are they confident ahead of November 1st?
Certainly, Faith. So they were saying that although they don't have a footprint in the Western Cape like the Eastern Cape, so they're hoping that they will have enough support, because in the communities that they visited, they were not making promises to people, but instead they were listening to what the issues at hand from those communities. They were not doing door-to-door campaigns. They would host a mini meeting where people would say what exactly are the issues in that community and what other parties have been promising. So through those engagements, Mr. Nobesuthu says that's how they come different from other parties, because they're not going there to promise, but they're looking at what their candidates are telling them as the leadership, so that they know exactly what are the issues that they need to attend urgently.
Nobesuthu Hejana, we'll leave it there for now. Thank you so much for giving us some insight there. ATM on the campaign trail ahead of November 1st.